Oh, hello. I'm Norbert Vaassen, energy engineer, and today in video number 8, we will talk about the balcony solar system. In video number 4, you saw that I had a system for security of supply, that is SOS abbreviated. And yes, it was dependent on the grid because it was like a system which was charged with the grid, and then it could provide this power in times of darkness. We are near to the spring, and now instead of charging with only the grid, we can also use the solar energy to charge your battery. So what is exactly a balcony system? It's a system to generate electrical energy. It can be a balcony, but it can be any exposed place, position on your house. And it is usually seen as an alternative to the classic roof systems. So then you can ask, why should we have a roof system? Because it's much more convenient. You think you can have more surface on the roof than on a balcony. And it's also exposed for more hours. But from the other side, I will give you some strong points to have also a balcony system. The first place, you have many people which don't have a roof, but many people have some sort of a balcony or a place which is exposed to the sun, or maybe they have even two. So what you would typically do to prepare a balcony system is to look if you have actually some place which is well exposed to the sun. So let's see what surface is exposed to the sun, under which angle, and for how many hours of the day. And of course you look also to the different seasons, and you have just to have an idea of how much sun you get on your balcony or that other place. What you can also do is you can put it on a shutter. It has the advantage that you can also orient it, you can turn it, and then you can orient it and get a better angle of exposure to the sun. Of course you must be careful, because if you put it on a shutter and the shutter is on a high place and people are walking under, then you have a liability if it's not connected well. Another advantage is that you need less time. You don't need time to wait for permissions. You don't need a big chunk of your savings. And also the supply time is very low. We have a system also in our house, in our holiday home, that is a big system of 6 kilowatts. We needed quite some time for permissions, but also for the enterprise to prepare it, and also it was a big investment. But for a big small system like here you see it, and you see a solar charger. I will show it afterwards. And I got it from Amazon, and it was a question of days. You are really free to get it already working in a couple of days. I am also a partner of Amazon. You will find many of the things that I realized from Amazon, because it's difficult to find in do-it-yourself shops. I get a small percentage of the price. You don't pay this percentage. In this way you can help me to go on creating this content, which I don't see the combination of this content by doing things yourself, and also about energy, this crossroad between these two themes. I choose the things with care, and I think about quality. I think also about affordability. I buy this hardware for my projects myself. I'm not sponsored, so that is also a guarantee for you that I'm completely free to choose my products. And the last advantage is that it is a very good investment. And you may say a big roof system is much more convenient. Now, if you look at it from the point of view of Pareto, you imagine that you are in a desert and you are dying with thirst. You didn't drink for 3 days or so. What if someone comes to you and sells you a glass of water? Well, the first glass of water has a very high value because it's life-saving. Then the second glass of water is, well, you enjoy it of course, but it has a much lower worth. And if you look at now, if you apply it to this balcony system, then you can say in times of necessity that you have a blackout, then the balcony system is just this first glass of water. That's it. balcony systems, in what varieties are they available. One option is that you have this panel and you hang it somewhere on a shutter, and you just take this battery, which you know already. It is a complete battery and an inverter, and it gives 230 volts. If you want to charge it, then it's as simple as just connecting this. This is from the panel, this is from the battery. I connect it, and there it goes. If there would be sun now, it would already be charging. So let's switch it on. So it's on, and now I put also the power supply on. And there we go. Okay, so that's marvelous. Life is so simple. It's really a plug and play system. You can bring this throughout the house. You can go into the garden and where there's no current in. And even if you are not home, but you charge home, or you can charge also during a picnic. You can go into camping. What's also very nice of this system is that you have this display, and it gives you so much information. During charging it says how much it's giving. It gives also the consumption, so if from the other side you don't give it energy but you take it. And then you see also the state of charge. You see how many hours you can go on. If you put, for example, a laptop on it, it's really all concentrated in such a thing. So that's the first option. Then you have the second option. You saw it already in video number 4. A small system where you have a battery, you have a charger, you have an inverter, and some kind of monitoring. You have this controller, protect the battery for overcharging and also too much discharging. Here you have also outlets for 5 volts for USB, and you can charge your telephone. So that's also very important, and let's say today life-saving that you have the telephone always charged. What's the difference between option 1 and 2, between this and the bigger system? Well, it is just that you have more energy. So if you have this battery, which I showed in video number 4, with 100 ampere hours, then you have 4 times as much energy as, in this case, this example of the portable battery. But you have also more energy. It's much easier to be modular and flexible, and you can put more batteries in series or in parallel. You can combine them, and you have more independence. So okay, apart from this, where you have also a little bit of monitoring, so it says, for example, that it's charging or it's discharging. For less than $10 you buy this one, and then you have the voltage and you have the current to measure how the intensity of the sun is, and also the voltage of the battery, so that means in which state is the battery, am I close to fully charged or not. And then we have the third option, that you have a solar panel with a micro inverter on board. It's just giving energy, and it goes to your grid, and is also connected, it's in phase with this grid. It will just contribute to your grid, but it's not stored. So if you cannot consume it, it's gone. I will make another video if I think it's necessary. Okay, so now we will see how it works. In the case of the panel with the portable battery, it's very simple. I showed it you. You have to connect it, and it works. That's it. If you make the second system with the battery, with the charger, etc., so then you have to do more. Well, first I will explain how I made this panel. Just take a little bit of wood, a little bit of metal, and you connect it. You see here the 6 holes in the whole panel, divided over the panel. Here are 2 of them, and the shutter is made of so many elements, and you just hook this into the elements, it will be fixed. And if you have a window, people below, then you have to fix it in a better way, of course. Now you go with this thing, with these connectors, and then it goes into one of the 3 connections on the solar controller. So that's then the input, and then the output, which goes to the battery, the 2 connections in the middle, that goes to the battery. So the energy will go in here and it will go out into the battery. And then you see these two connections, plus and minus, on the right side, and that's for the consumers. So you can put everything which works on 12 volt, or in the case that you have 2 batteries and you have a 24 volt system, then it is every consumer which takes 24 volt. Also, for example, the typical consumers which work on 19 volt, like the Samsung television which I have, and also laptop which have always this outside supply unit. And you can also, as I said, put here charge telephone. And if you want also to monitor the voltage of the battery, the state of charge, and also how much is going inside, then you need this product, and then you're done. We are ready to go. So now we are at the end of this video. I told you what a balcony system is, what the advantages are, and what options you have, and also how you can realize it. I would like to invite you to like, to subscribe, and to share it with your friends. And also, if you have comments, or you have questions, or you have suggestions what you want to see in the next videos, please use the comment field below the video. And then I wish you good energy and very nice springtime.